Gentlemen, welcome to this week's batch of report videos. We've had a bit of a change of scenery, but bear with us as the office undergoes some renovations and we try out a new format of presenting my reports to you all. Just wanted to say thanks again for all the support over these last 2 months. It means a lot that you all are giving a new creator a chance in this space, especially during this crazy time of censorship. Anyways, now, let's have some fun and go over our community post of the week. Our community post of the week being, I'm the victim when women face the consequences of their actions. So, I mean, that says it all, right? She seems to think that she's the victim for this very viral TikTok video that we're about to go over. Let me cue that up.
I'd like to take a minute to discuss the harsh reality that Black content creators face. I recently lost out on a 5-figure brand deal for posting this picture with this caption. Nowhere in the contract were there any stipulations given around what kind of content I could post, except for the branded content, which would be approved by the company. As for my personal...
Yeah, it's really not surprising that they fired you. You're posting your ass on your Instagram and are representing a company. Like, even even as a contractor, you have to have a bit more self-awareness before you post stuff like this. Like, come on now. Anyways, before we get into it, and this victim's explanation, just want to give thanks to where thanks is due. Thanks to Jackal7 for bringing this to my attention in our Discord community. Check out the description, and while you're down there, you'll probably find the invite link for the Discord server. If not, check Taylor's videos, like, subscribe, enjoy the videos, comment down below. Let's get back to it.
Content, nothing was said. After posting that picture and posting that caption, I received a phone call from my agent saying that the company thought it was inappropriate. And I just want to take a second to unpack that. When I read that caption, I read a playful articulation of the love I have for my man. It's been generally agreed upon by the Black community for decades that the N-word isn't derogatory, it's a term of endearment. And that brings us to the photo. Yet again, when I look at this picture, I see playfulness. I see a Black girl living her best life, having fun. There's nothing inappropriate about it to me, especially not in the world we live in today. For centuries, Black women's bodies have been scrutinized, they've been picked apart, they've been deemed unworthy, they've been deemed inappropriate, and this is yet again an extension of that rhetoric. It's the hypersexualization of the Black female body which has led to this very conversation. The only way someone else could deem this as inappropriate is if they projected their sexual desires onto me, or if they projected their underlying judgments onto me, which is what we call prejudice. Now, typically I would brush that off and say that's a you problem, but it becomes a me problem because it threatens my livelihood, just the same way these systems of oppression have threatened the livelihood of Black women for centuries. Furthermore, you want access to my audience, which is mostly Black women, without actually having a full appreciation for Black culture. Why is it that what's considered appropriate or professional is always adjacent to whiteness? You want the activist part of me that's articulate and intelligent, but that's just one side of my Black girl magic. Because the other side of me knows how to turn up and throw this ass. And that's what I'm gonna do. We don't have to separate who we are in order to please these companies. We don't have to erase or hide any aspect of our personality in order to get these bags. If you can't handle me at my back that ass up, you don't deserve me at my I have a dream. I'd like to take a minute.
Yeah, okay. You should really take some accountability for this poor choice that you just made. But let's go back to it. And let's discuss this TikTok now that we've looked over it in its full length. So really, this one's just completely foolish. Did she really think that they wouldn't be monitoring her socials at all to ensure their contractor would represent the company well? Nah. No, why would they do that, right? Oh, that would just be silly. But no, she's just foolish. I think Taylor and the gang would let me go if I started acting ratchet on Instagram, but hey, it's never gonna happen. We keep personal and business separate, alright? And she needs to be in the same mindset if somebody decides to take her on next time. if somebody chooses to take her on after this strong opinion. The entirety of the post itself was just entirely inappropriate. It's not just you showing your ass, but dropping the word without the hard R, even though you are black. It's just not appropriate stuff for somebody who's representing a company. If you're doing OnlyFans, like, fuck, by all means, get that bag. Show people you're a boss babe. Try not to cuss. But I just don't get what she doesn't get. She just must be up in the clouds to really not understand what was wrong with this whole thing. But we need to get to the other elephant in the room here with this. Listen, if a white woman were doing the exact same thing, she would also get the same situation happening to her. Your race has absolutely nothing to do with this. You're just trying to avoid accountability and victimize yourself when you should be apologizing instead for your behavior. You absolutely do need to turn off certain parts of your personality at your workplace. For example, if I were working in a wagey job right now, I wouldn't go about spouting red-pilled knowledge to my coworkers. You need to look at it the same way with every aspect of anything that you do, as a contractor, as a permanent employee. It's all the same, really. This is why people wear different masks, have persona. You should be a different person at work and in your personal life where your truest face comes through. Don't know what's so hard to get about that, sweetheart. Come on now. We're gonna go back and play just one more clip for you from this one. Either way, I just can't take accountability for freaking anything. 1 second here, gents. Gonna miss that play, but whatever.
Until you heal those things within yourself and figure out why you behave a certain way, you're just going to continue to project that onto everybody around you. Everybody's simply a mirror. Everybody's simply a reflection. And so the things that you love about someone, the potential you see in someone, that exists inside of you. But you know what? The bad things that you see in them, that exists inside of you too. And you got to be honest about it. And that's the only way that you can transcend it. And I think so often we go from friend to friend and friend group to friend group and relationship to relationship without ever realizing the patterns that we're projecting onto people. And
holy shit, just a massive word salad with this one. Did any of that make any sense to you? Clearly I don't understand womanese, but this is clearly a woman problem. Projecting negativity somewhere else. We want peace. I just don't get why you're preaching that we shouldn't act like victims when you've done this to yourself with the first post that we just put out here. The irony. So listen, one more point that I had from the first video that we were watching is that, would you show up to your job wearing what you were wearing if you weren't working at a strip joint? I seriously hope not. I think that, and I need to wrap that one up, is that this woman needs to come out with an apology immediately if anybody's going to hire her in the future that isn't completely in her realm of work. But either way, gentlemen, modern day women absolutely have to be shamed and start taking responsibility for their actions. These are your life choices, and especially in the professional world, it's just going to follow you around. People have already stitched this. They've saved the clips. We have it out here. You just really need to come up with an apology video. And I see it's been a week, and there's been no sort of apology released. So I think this one's a little too pig-headed to truly understand that she's the issue here and not that these people trying to hire her on are racists. Well, Gentlemen, that's where I'm going to wrap things up for it. Fiends, it's been a pleasure presenting my findings to you today, and if you liked my content, help spread it throughout YouTube by liking the video and subscribing to my channel. Turn on the notification bells, I'll have new findings for you every single day. Do comment down below the video with your thoughts on this creator and any thoughts of mine that resonated with you or any topics of discussion in regards to this video. Hey, and while you're at it, don't forget to visit Taylor's channel today as well to catch up on his content. Until tomorrow, thank you for watching, and always do your due diligence.